Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. Imagine a world where your silence can speak louder than words, where your calm can overpower the chaos around you. Today we're diving deep into the art of silence, a concept so powerful, yet so underrated in our noisy, hectic world. I want you to think about the last time you felt overwhelmed by gossip, insulted without cause, or unjustly criticized. Frustrating, wasn't it? Now imagine handling those moments with such serene composure that you emerge not just unscathed, but stronger, more dignified, and at peace. This isn't just about staying quiet. It's about harnessing the power of silence as a strategic response, a tool for personal growth, and a path to inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that sometimes the most impactful statement we can make is to simply not react, to let our silence do the talking. It's about being so firmly rooted in your values and self-worth that the storms of life can't shake you. So, if you're tired of the endless cycle of reacting, retaliating, and regretting, stay with me. Today, we'll explore how to turn your silence into your strength, how to stand stoically amidst life's tumults, and how sometimes saying nothing at all can say everything. And before we dive into this journey of silent strength, remember to hit that subscribe button and stay with us throughout the entire video. Every moment is a step closer to mastering the art of stoic silence and transforming your life. Number 1. When dealing with gossip. Imagine someone spreads a rumor about you, and it's flying from person to person like wildfire. Your name is being whispered in hallways, typed in chats, and you're standing there right in the eye of the storm, feeling that urge to jump in and correct every misheard word, every exaggerated story. But wait, Stoicism teaches us to step back. Why? Because when we engage with gossip, we give it more energy, more life. Instead, think about the power of silence. By not adding your voice to the cacophony, you're starving the gossip of its very essence attention. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. It's tough to hear falsehoods and not fight back, but consider this: your peace of mind, your inner tranquility, is worth infinitely more than the fleeting satisfaction of correcting a rumor. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be passive, but to be strategic. In silence, there's strength. In non-reaction, there's power. Remember, the people who matter, the ones who truly know you, won't be swayed by idle talk. And those who believe the gossip, well, they're not your concern. Focus on your actions, your character, your integrity. These are what truly define you, not the whispers of naysayers. So, the next time you're tempted to tackle gossip head-on, take a moment, breathe, remind yourself of your stoic armor. Embrace the silence and watch the power it gives you. In that silence, you're not just avoiding negativity, you're rising above it. You're choosing a path of dignity, of self-respect, and ultimately, of peace. Number 2. Navigating the storm of insults with stoic wisdom. It's something we've all faced at one point or another, those sharp words that seem to cut a little too deep, that sting that lingers a bit too long. Whether it's in person, online, or even subtly disguised as a joke, insults can shake even the sturdiest of us. When someone insults you, they're often revealing more about their character than yours. Their words are a reflection of their own struggles, insecurities, or even just a momentary lapse in judgment. Stoicism teaches us to see this clearly, to separate ourselves from the venom of their words, and to find a place of such profound inner strength that those words lose their power. But how? First, by recognizing that the only opinion truly capable of defining you is your own. You are the captain of your soul, the master of your fate. When insults come your way, you have a choice. You can engage, retaliate, and let those words seep into your core, or you can rise above, secure in the knowledge of who you are and the values you uphold. This isn't about ignoring or suppressing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them, understanding why the insult hurts, and then choosing not to grant it the power to disrupt your peace. It's about responding, not reacting. Maybe that response is silence, a simple, powerful silence that says, "Your words do not define me." And remember, Stoicism doesn't mean you don't seek support or speak out against abuse. It means you control what you can, your response, your emotions, your dignity. You can't control what others say, but you can control whether you accept or reject their words internally. By navigating the storm of insults with Stoic wisdom, you're not just protecting yourself, you're elevating yourself. You're living a life that's not buffeted by the whims of others' opinions, but anchored in a deep, unwavering sense of self-respect and inner tranquility. Number 3. When dealing with anger, feeling angry is not the problem. It's a natural response to perceived wrongs or injustice. The real challenge, and where Stoicism steps in, is managing how we respond to that anger. Imagine anger as a blazing fire. Left unchecked, it can consume everything in its path. But if we approach it with the calm, composed mindset of a Stoic, we can contain the fire and use it to illuminate rather than destroy. So, how do we do this? It starts with a pause. This might seem trivial, but it's incredibly powerful. In that moment of pause, you create space between the trigger and your response. You give yourself the chance to choose how to react, rather than being swept away by the tidal wave of anger. In that space, ask yourself, why am I angry? Stoicism teaches us to look beneath the surface. Often, our anger stems from hurt, threat, or injustice. By understanding its root, we can address the underlying issue more effectively than if we simply lash out. Stoicism doesn't just ask us to examine our anger, it invites us to question its validity. Is our perception accurate? Have we interpreted the situation correctly? By challenging our assumptions, we might find that our anger is based on misunderstanding or a skewed perspective. But what if the anger is justified? Stoicism doesn't say we should suppress it. Instead, it offers the concept of constructive anger, anger that's controlled, directed, and used for positive change. Think of it as a tool, not a weapon. It can motivate us to address injustice, stand up for ourselves, or make important changes in our lives. Yet even justified anger should not control us. The Stoic philosopher Seneca likened anger to temporary madness. So, while we can acknowledge our anger and use it constructively, we must not let it cloud our judgment or dictate our actions. In practicing these Stoic principles, we don't become emotionless, we become masters of our emotions. We learn to respond to anger with reason, wisdom, and integrity. Number 4. When criticized unjustly. When you face unjust criticism, Stoicism encourages you to pause and take a deep breath. This isn't about suppression. It's about giving yourself a moment to process your emotions calmly and avoid reacting impulsively. Let's face it, our gut reaction might be to retaliate or defend ourselves vehemently. However, Stoicism teaches us that there is immense power in choosing our response thoughtfully. Now, imagine someone has just criticized you unfairly. Your initial reaction might be to dispute it, to set the record straight. But here's a Stoic twist. Ask yourself, does this criticism, true or not, define who I am? Remember, your value and self-worth are not contingent upon others' opinions or judgments. Stoicism imparts the wisdom that our core identity and integrity remain intact, regardless of external appraisal. Next, consider the source of the criticism. Stoicism prompts us to reflect on the critic's intentions and perspectives. Often, unjust criticism is more about the critic's perceptions, insecurities, or internal struggles than it is about you. By understanding this, you can see the criticism for what it truly is, a reflection of the critic, not you. But Stoicism doesn't mean passivity. If there's a kernel of truth in the criticism, even if delivered unfairly, use it as an opportunity for growth. Analyze it objectively. Is there something valuable you can learn? Something you can improve? Stoicism encourages us to use every experience, even unpleasant ones, as material for personal development. Most importantly, maintain your tranquility. Stoicism teaches that your peace of mind is paramount and should not be easily disturbed by external events, including criticism. Number 5. When dealing with loss. Loss is an inevitable part of our human experience, whether it's losing a loved one, a relationship, a job, or even an aspect of our identity. It's raw, it's real, it can be deeply painful. But here, in the midst of grief and sorrow, Stoicism offers resilience. Stoicism acknowledges the pain of loss. It doesn't ask us to suppress our grief or pretend it doesn't hurt. Instead, it offers a framework to process loss more healthily and constructively. It reminds us that while we can't control what we lose, we can control how we respond to that loss. Imagine you've just experienced something devastating. The world feels like it's crumbling beneath you. Stoicism invites you to pause and breathe. Give yourself permission to feel your emotions, to mourn. But remember, your emotions are natural responses, not commands. You can feel sadness, anger, or confusion without letting those feelings dictate your actions or define your future. Here is a profoundly Stoic perspective. Loss can be an opportunity for growth. Every loss, no matter how devastating, carries seeds of new beginnings, new strength, and new wisdom. Ask yourself, what can this loss teach me? How can it help me grow? This is not about forcing silver linings. It's about allowing the possibility that even darkness contains lessons. Stoicism also reminds us of impermanence. Everything and everyone we cherish is, in a sense, on loan. By internalizing this truth, we learn to appreciate deeply while we have, and let go with grace when we must. Stoicism encourages leaning into community during loss, sharing pain, allowing others to support us, and supporting others in return is not weakness. Being Stoic does not mean going alone. It means being wise and brave enough to connect even in vulnerability. In embracing Stoicism, we don't diminish our grief. We navigate it with dignity. We acknowledge the hurt while recognizing our capacity to recover, find meaning, and continue forward with renewed strength. Number 6. When confronted with injustice. When confronted with injustice, our impulse may be outrage or despair. Stoicism does not deny these emotions, but it asks us to respond with clarity and composure. Being Stoic does not mean being indifferent to injustice. It means not allowing injustice to poison your inner stability. Ask yourself, what is within my power to change? Focus your effort on actions and attitudes where you have real agency. You may not correct every injustice, but you can choose not to let it diminish your spirit or your commitment to what is right. Act with intention, raise awareness, support others, work toward change, but do so thoughtfully, not impulsively. Stoicism also emphasizes inner resilience. Injustice can be draining and disheartening, yet your inner citadel, your core strength, remains untouched unless you surrender it. This is not blindness, it is discipline. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that we are part of a larger human community. Connecting with others, standing in solidarity, and drawing on collective strength can empower us to act with balance rather than chaos. We acknowledge emotion without letting it overwhelm reason. Number 7. Navigating the seas of ignorance. When faced with ignorance, our instinct may be to argue, correct, or belittle. Stoicism invites a different response. Pause, listen, understand where the other person is coming from. Listening does not mean agreement. It creates space for thoughtful response rather than reactive confrontation. Ask yourself, is this a moment for teaching or learning? Sometimes a gentle correction is appropriate. Sometimes silence is wiser. Not every ignorant statement deserves your energy. Stoicism also reminds us to examine our own blind spots. We are lifelong students. Approaching ignorance with patience cultivates humility and emotional maturity. Number 8. Silence amidst boasting. When someone boasts, they are often seeking validation. The Stoic response is not competition or dismissal, but quiet composure. By choosing silence, you refuse to enter the contest of ego. This silence is not passive, it is powerful. It signals confidence without performance. If boasting crosses into arrogance or falsehood, respond calmly and truthfully if necessary. But do not let insecurity drive your reaction. Silence reveals. Number 9. Silence amidst unfounded rumors. If rumors arise about you, Resist the urge to fight rumor with rumor. Remember, your worth is not determined by others' words. Silence does not equal surrender. It preserves dignity. Often rumors fade when deprived of attention. Those who know your character will not be swayed. Silence strengthens resilience. It anchors you in truth rather than panic. As we conclude this journey, remember, silence is not absence, it is strength. It is a conscious choice rooted in Stoic wisdom. When you choose silence over reaction, you protect your dignity. When you choose composure over chaos, you preserve your peace. When you choose reason over impulse, you strengthen your character. Silence can say everything.